Alright, what's good, y'all? It's Achilles, man. We want to stream for a little bit. Talk to y'all a little bit. So, I got done with my first day of school in college. Well, I'm a senior, but this is I gotta take two more classes. And based on just taking lectures, so I got like 16 credit hours. Taking French, one. I'm the only person up in that class that's relatively taking that shit seriously. So, and besides, I did like 8 months of French, and I'm still learning some other stuff. Um, Learning how to use less words. My teacher's actually French, so. Yeah. But my other classes was first, I'm doing sports analytics. We're talking about this, that, and the third, stats, like what the actual stuff, the breakdown of the game is. And this, that, and the third. But like my math class, oh my god. You know me, I'm not a type of person to talk about people, I really don't, but anything like that, and if I do, or something like that, and I don't even say anything crazy, that's the thing about it. It's just a lot of stuff, like, I don't really, the thing about me, I rather prove people wrong. And I'm not doing, when I get success and stuff like that, I don't feel like I gotta do this, that, and the third. I've been proving people wrong all my life. There's nothing but ain't nothing new under the sun. But yeah, again, I don't. My professor said something. He even said in a negative tone or a negative connotation. If someone, what you call it, went up to the man and got in the man's face. This man's 80. He's not a threat to anybody. The man's like skinny as a steak. And he'll work with people. Like he ain't done nothing to anybody. So in more ways than one, I was just highly disappointed in that. And I'd already had the man before. Like 4 years ago. Or just a freshman. I got an A. But yeah, I was disappointed. And I think the thing is with certain stuff, you just gotta always one engage the conversation with people in terms of he ain't gonna say anything wrong, but I was just disappointed by that. Yeah, I'm glad I'm getting out of school and stuff like that. I mean, more ways than one. I just be like, wow. A lot of stuff, in my opinion, is just like, especially like when I donate money to my school. Yes, so maybe not. I don't know. And now I'm learning a lot of other stuff that's going on, and it's not looking too good in terms of school. I mean, our attendance and stuff is up, but like some key components, core components, I'm not gonna say much, but yeah. I think that school and stuff like that. Some people not college students. That's just my opinion. It's that and the third, like, someone asked you that I do study groups and stuff like that. I don't do study groups. And to be honest, once I go into class and stuff like that, I'm not laughing, hee haw. Some stuff is just not funny. Like, I have a sense of humor, but some stuff is just not funny. It's distasteful in more ways than one. It's just not funny. I'm a funny person. I know I'm pretty funny. I'm not even really trying. I know it may not seem like, if you ever meet me in person and stuff like that, I'm quiet. It just depends on the setting. I mean, sometimes you think about it, it's inappropriate. Just the timing of stuff is just inappropriate. Dummy. Use a dummy. Use a dummy. Use a dummy. Hey. Use a dummy. Hey. But yeah, I got off work. I'm going from 5 to 9 tomorrow. Now, hopefully everything is good. Hopefully one of my friends working there, we can work together on this last component. We can chill. Because we do cards. And a whole lot of people have gone from my job. I didn't realize there's been a few more personnel changes for it and stuff. I'm like the only one that's been there. I know somebody, they left for Amazon and they quit. I mean, Amazon in itself, this person was like a shift manager and they went to Amazon. Just because a place pays more, it's not necessarily a pay. So I know my job, we're kind of on the low end, like $9 to $11 an hour. But I mean, that's still better than, some stuff. I mean, I get like $300 a paycheck. I get like $600 a month. So me, I don't think that's necessarily a small fee. I mean, I invest a little bit, so. Some other things we can think about too is just this and the third. Like, I think I'm not a loud person. I'm just gonna talk a lot. I don't feel like that's weird or anything like that, because, like, in my opinion, when I think about certain stuff, a lot of stuff is just distasteful and tacky. And I'm not about, I feel like there's a lot of go along, get along, gang and stuff like that in college. That's just my personal opinion. In more ways than one. I mean, you think about it. Like, they're talking about parties and stuff in college. Me, I never went to a party at all. I don't have many regrets about that. All they did was add Jonesy and add the hair. But yeah, I don't. To me, college 4 years. I don't think classes and stuff like that. The classes I had, as long as you came to class and participated and you did work and stuff like that, I feel like you good. That makes a difference in asking questions, this, that, and the third, not trying to be funny, this, that, and the third. Because me, life ain't really about, going along, getting along. Well, in some cases, yes, but you're like a real idiot when you don't know nothing. One by one individual basis. Like, if you had to do a report and you had to reinforce a concept individually, it would look pretty bad. But I think the thing is with these jobs, money is probably the least important part of employment. I hate to say it like that. When you think about $30,000, well, $15 an hour, that is massive. But when you think about the work that comes with that and then a company, you think about the ratings, the work-life balance. Sometimes you don't have that. I feel like I'm doing good. I think my pay got bumped up, honestly. Because, I don't know. I'm a hard worker and stuff like that. I be pushing carts. And my job today, they didn't have any carts and stuff like that. So I came in there, I did what I needed to do. And they have a person over that thing, a component in charge of getting those last little carts. And they told me thank you. But again, I feel there's components and stuff about like school, especially because we got freshmen and the third. I was once a freshman at a point. Someone asked me, am I going to grad school? I don't think I'm really going to go to grad school. So that's a waste of time. That's a waste of money. I'm not about to go back to school, and I don't feel like it. not a mad kid. And my prayer has been answered. To me, I fight in college that I don't know. It depends. A lot of people are just gonna waste money. So I mean, everybody's a grown up in a sense. Got him. That was so smart. High ground doesn't win all the time. Thinking like that, I don't think that was a good game. That was my first game. I don't think that was a good game. That's just my opinion. I tactically outthought that guy. He kept building. That's the only thing I don't like about this game. Is it allowed you to basically somebody to build on top of your builds or whatnot. And I was clearly whooping that guy. So I definitely thought that didn't make any sense. The hell? I saw the thing for 2K today and I was like, I wasn't even really impressed. So, this is my honest opinion. What they did, they showed Ree Hachimura. I got this little class at 8. I got an 8 o'clock class. I'm not even looking forward to that. Had me some healthy food at Chipotle tonight. I think it was okay. I'll put it at that. One thing I think about my job too, a lot of people left. Am I sad that them people moved on? I mean, how do I put it this way? You owe a job nothing. Do I think the job is bad? No, but I feel like at some point in the stage of life, I mean, money is great to have, in a sense. It's a necessity. You don't owe anybody anything, but like, you gotta think about the stage of your career. Like, you can make a move at a job or at a plant or something like that, and the stuff could go defunct. Like, imagine, let's say there's a lot of towns in Pennsylvania, this, that, and the third, or even North Carolina, they were like mining places, they had factories and all that. That was one of the main employers of like a place. But after like the 70s, 80s, like some of the stuff like a textile, people were doing that. So there's no really point of to have factories and stuff doing all this stuff. You're selling a good that's used to make paper, clothing, this, that, and the third, a pulp mill or something like that. There's no need for those. They still have them, but those are not really a big commodity. They would set a terrible rate for the employment, and then the majority of the people get cancer or stuff like that. And then it doesn't help that, people smoke cigarettes. And then the way stuff was, people smoked a lot of cigarettes back in like the 60s, but then, again, that's because they didn't have the Surgeon General's warning back then. It was the thing to do. Movie stars did it. Everybody was just smoking up a storm. Nat King Cole. Smoking up a storm. Everybody. I knew I would win off the virtue of me just. I didn't think I outbuilt that guy. For one, I would never think that I outbuilt that guy. That guy was just doing too much. Some other things I'm thinking about school is just long. For apparent no reason. I go to school until like December, and I'm not even looking forward to that, if I'm being completely honest. But I'm glad that's my last semester and I'm done. But the big thing that you're about to do now, you're about to be the greatest customer to your school. Like, even after you graduate, in case they need, like, a place needs your high school transcripts, you gotta pay money for that. You literally become a customer. You literally become a customer. And after that point, I mean, you really have to decide, like, in terms of, I mean, you definitely need your transcript and stuff like that, but, you know, a lot of places, I have concerns about what they're doing with the money for, like, the schools, like a scholarship. I see money from the school, but I'm just talking about how much funds and stuff they're receiving in the grand scheme of things, and then stuff like that. Because if we got $10 million, I just saw that my school got like a grant for like have this old building repaired. It has nasty carpets, probably from like 1990 or last time it was renovated. It's an old, nasty, and decrepit building. It's type of thing that's like it's a type of building in a way in which it's creaky and it's from like, I won't be surprised if it's been around since like the 1900s. Cause my school was like 1865, but this building is like a historic building. And then the caveats too, how we get away with certain stuff not upgrading is because since we're an old school, a historic building, you can't necessarily do that much to it. So there's no reinforcement that you have to upgrade it. Like some buildings and stuff like that will never have elevators in it. Because it's a historic building. They don't have to put any money. And I agree with that to a certain extent. But when stuff is terrible in the state it's in, I mean, any school can have it. But yeah. The carpet and stuff is brown. It's like bluish, but it's brown from all the years and stuff like that. I find that interesting. So we have this, then the third, but like, yeah. I'm still kind of thinking about this person that like he was going to rough the professor up. The man don't bother nobody. He don't mean harm to anybody. Dummy. Did all that and lost. How idiotic are you? I know he mad. I know he mad. That's why I can't stand this game, because this game is so fake. I fight the average gunfight. Like, if I'm doing all that, and I was building over that guy. And the gunfight felt scripted. I definitely got better, y'all can see that, but I'm not saying I'm crazy. When I think about just certain stuff, I be thinking in terms like long term, like, you know, someone said, what's the next step? I don't really know what the next step. Hopefully, there's a few catalysts happens and stuff like that, but I plan to stay in my job to December or the new year. I plan to definitely do that. Look for something, but as far as this and third, I really can't say. You know, I got a degree for little to any money. People pay $100,000 for a degree. I can probably say the whole thing, my degree costs like $10,000. I'm debt free. So anything that I get is going to be, any job that I get is going to be profit. But I just hope in a sense, I don't know. More or less, things go okay. Wow, I had that guy. That was good. Let me check this stuff. Oh, 1 cent. They really hit 1 cent. Good. I mean, what you call it, save up some money. I got a check coming in, so I'm gonna get 2K. Um, definitely get 2K. Jesus. And some stuff I'm just thinking about in terms like long term, short term, and I was still thinking like some stuff is short term thinking. Like I think about long term. Like my core 2K right now, short term is I have it, but I haven't seen anything. Like 2K, I rather not give 2K $107 for something I've never seen. I'm not even sure that I'm going to even like, for one. And in a sense, 2K, what I realized more so, and this always has been the case, if a game, people hype and shield the game for like 2 months straight. Content creators is pumping, is pumping, is pumping. People are talking about the issues in gameplay, this, that, and the third. But 2K21 was just an absolute monstrosity in terms of how they handled it. Speed boost glitch, speed glitch, Zens, You can't even begin to name the plethora of issues. It's just because it was so widespread. And how I think more so with the game is just that a game is supposed to be halfway functional, in my opinion. You're supposed to see dealt with some issues and stuff like that, but the Zen was never going to go away. I hope people know that the Zen was never going to go away. And that was a bad idea. And in my eyes, 2K is just trying to constantly do something with the 2K League. I think the 2K League in itself, they're just trying to get sponsorship in prime time. ESPN slot and get other sponsors to underwrite some of them costs. And you see all the stuff happening with all the esports stuff like that. But I think it comes at a toll of the fan base. When you're not working on a functional game, but you're focused on the E-League or all this stuff. Look at Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat is not even a finished product. They promised a Combat Pack 3, and we never got that. They're supported for like another couple of years to come. They never did that. And that never sounded like something that was good, in my opinion. In more ways, going to fuck on being honest. But yeah, 2K didn't do anything to support the game, so as you see, it was like the nail in the coffin. The biggest thing, in my opinion, there's no community engagement. And in a way, if you don't give anybody a way, like, I know people, this is people's income in a way. Like, to play the video game, try to make content as best as they can, but in my opinion, there's no content. If someone says that 2K is making good content, I don't believe so. The way how I think about it is strictly, I think of it this way: if you're making good content, this, that, and the third, you don't have to really rely on a game developer. Doesn't have to rely. It just have to reinforce some of the key stuff. Wow. He got me. I don't think you should be able to jump up and do all that. He got me good, but still. That's kind of ridiculous, so. The more ways to one, I just be like, wow. I might need to load up. Well, no, I'm not about to do that. I just save up my money for now. There'll be a lot of stuff, in my opinion. Like, I think in a few days or whatnot. When does Candyman come out? I want to see that. Comes out in 2 weeks. I don't think it should be only in theaters. Damn. How the hell do I only have the same shit? So same. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Beat Connect! I can't stop laughing about that. It's not fun that people lost some money and stuff like that. I'm still thinking about the coins and stuff. People talk about Dogecoin. I think Dogecoin, in my opinion, it was a great investment, but people, they took their money. And I feel that's bad. Like, if you didn't sell within the 75-cent mark, you could hit $1. Robinhood and all these other stuff like that. Every exchange reports a different price. So you could, Robinhood in a way, you could be losing money. Robinhood is easy though, because you do an actual crypto exchange, it might hold your stuff. Like Binance and all these other stuff like that, you have to hold your stuff in for like 5 days before you're able to withdraw out. So you could buy the stuff that already had the money, but I guess it's anti-fraud, so. Coinbase is good. Can't say too much about Coinbase. I like the Coinbase earn. Hopefully they give me another one of those Coinbase earns. I could use that. Coinbase earns come in clutch. But like, yeah. I'm not gonna talk about crypto too much, but I feel like in a lot of stuff, this stage of your life is just a lot of stuff, in my opinion, is lost in novelty. Wow, that guy should have been dead. A lot of stuff, it loses its novelty. What I mean by that is strictly, once you get past a certain point of this, that, and the third, the stages, like a lot of stuff, you're just going through the motion. Like, if you're not, in a sense, satisfied with anything, more or less, you're not going to be able to do this, that, and the third. Like, so if you and I know I don't want to get an MBA, and I decide, yeah, let me go out here, I get my stuff, but I feel unsatisfied with just getting an MBA, wasting 2 years. It's something I feel like I don't need. And I think the biggest thing is, in my opinion, the niche that people have gotten into, in a sense, these people, is selling people courses about having different revenue streams. Revenue streams, in my opinion, are, and it is be stuff people just be saying and repeating, and it is a course. You jump through hoops and loops, but you're really talking about nothing. That to me, in conversations, that's why I don't really be jumping in conversations to really be buddy, chummy with people. I don't be talking about people. That's the thing about me. I don't be talking about people. I don't. I'm not fake or phony. I'm not going to be disingenuous and stuff like that. I've never been a person to do anything like that. Some other things I'm thinking about in terms of like this and third, it's just literally all this stuff happening, these catalysts happening, like in terms of just other stuff. Like I think some professors I know is gone from the school. You know, they lived, well not let's say lived, they lived to see a legacy, but after a few, again, at other places and stuff like that, once a few key people leave, you know, you can have people. Wow. You can have a few people leave and that changes the whole dynamic of the, wow. Another one of the people using the same thing. Okay, yeah, this is going down. If this stays 1 cent, I'll be surprised. If we go to 2 cent, I'd have made some money. Just like that, I mean, I dumped my money with some investments that I made, but again, you have to take in advance, like the stuff, the fees and stuff people charge. So I'm not going to really deal with that necessarily. I might save up my money, this and third, dollar cost average. That's what you have to do kind of with investing is dollar cost average. Me, I double my money. I don't try to get too greedy. That's one of the main things. And then yesterday was one of the biggest hacks in crypto history. And I was talking about this in my one of them last streams. I said that people are going the code, the smart contracts and stuff like that for these cryptos, and they have these swaps, uni swaps, pancake swaps. That's why I don't use those, because I don't trust it. That's the biggest thing. I don't trust it. And the contract code and all this stuff in there, and this computer programming, this, that, and the third. I think it was, who was it? Yeah, it was Polygon. Polygon, they got the stuff hacked, and it was $600 million. There was other people's cryptos, people who had the stuff staked. They stole $600 million. They got like $33 million in USDT. And they basically blacklisted, and the people are getting hunted down. They got the person's IP address, this, that, and the third, and they only return like $4 million. So I definitely do not use these exchanges. I don't be connecting my wallet to any of this stuff. But an update, I got into the Safe Moon wallet. Safe Moon, I think it's a good investment. It's a long-term investment. We'll just see where it goes. I'm not telling you to invest in that, because please don't. If you want to invest in something, I'll tell you two, VeChain and VThO. You can get about, it just depends what you want to do. I'm not about to invest anymore like for a bit. Just save my money, stack it up. I might get myself some clothing and some stuff that I need. Or I just try to be stacking up my dollars. Cause I got like out of my paycheck, I spent $75 on Bitcoin. I traded it out for USDT, swapped it out, and I spent like 40 on Safe Moon, so I get up to 300 million, and put it in this other wallet, and now I'm good. I don't know how to take math. To me, I like math, and again, I don't like math. I think in a way, nobody's really talking about behavior or certain stuff. In terms of this, that, and the third, like school. I told someone I got in the wallet thing, and it was like, how? I was on the website, the beta website. And I got it. I hit it at 202, so I was good. So I'm still thinking about my investments and stuff like that. If everything pans out and stuff like that, I won't splurge. I'll build my house first. That's my first order for business. was being stupid when I did that. That's the thing about certain stuff. Like you have millions of dollars and stuff like that. Like someone made $90 million and they blew through that. It's not hard to do. I'm still thinking about a Ferrari. Ferraris are nice. Safe Lambo. Win rug pull, 100x coin. Wow. That's interesting. Whew, brother. I done doubled my money and made it back. Hey. On to the next one. On to the next one. On to the next one. Somebody freeze. Somebody bring me back the money, please. Oh, I'm just still thinking about this, that, and the third. Like, school and the catalyst behind school. Like, do I do study groups? I've never done a study group in my life. I had never done a study group. I think at this stage of life, this, that, and the third, like, I'm not even that old. I was just thinking about minimum wage job. Minimum wage job. I have I don't think in a sense $10 an hour is livable. It just depends. It just depends. Like if someone asks me, is $35,000 a year job good? The answer to that question is no. Um, the reason why everything is going up, the price of everything is going up, housing, food, this, that, and the third. People are closing and shutting down. I think before not, a lot of your favorite places and stuff are going to be going out of business. Mom and pop ice cream shops and stuff like that. They've been around for 70 years. They're going to go by the wayside. Not, and they own the building and stuff like that. Maybe the livelihood and stuff is hurt. I definitely believe that their livelihood and stuff is gone. When you've been cooking this, that, and the third, you've had all these major catalysts and stuff like that. I definitely believe a few things has definitely happened to make people, question a few things, the roles of governor, this, that, and the third. But I make no mistake. Like I think, in a sense, we want to shut it down again. I think the vaccine going on, in my honest opinion, they're going to have to almost just about make it mandatory. Wow. I know people talking about personal liberties and stuff like people gonna die. When you talking about 99%, what you call it? I know there's somebody I went to school with. I saw this person not too long ago. I'm not talking bad about the person, but the person had COVID twice. Talking about they beat the heck out of it. I'm like, that's even more of a reason to get the stuff and say they whoop the hell out of them. I'm like, yeah, that's just absolutely ridiculous. It's just like, for instance, if someone goes to the doctors or the hospital and stuff like that, they have a real in-depth talk about what they need to do to make their health better. This, that, and the third. As soon as the doctor says something like, let's say someone's blood pressure's all out the wazoo, and more or less, you need to get that in check before they be on their dialysis. There's almost nothing that a doctor can do at that point. And that's a lifestyle choice. Again, people can be stressed, this, that, and the third, but it's about food. Well, yeah. And I'm just still thinking about, too, I don't really care about political party, this, that, and the third. I mean, we all have our own ideas, but, a lot of this stuff, man, I don't think the mass and stuff is political. I really. You wear your mask and stuff like that. If you can't afford a hospital bill and your lungs and stuff collapse, you get a lung transplant, you're dead. And the thing that happens, I don't think that people realize this. You need to get a kidney transplant, or your body and stuff like that can reject the kidney, and then you're dead. You're literally dead. That's unreversible damage. Lungs, this, that, and the third, your body can reject that. and you're dead. So it's just more stuff you got to think about. Um, there's a lot more stuff people got to think about, man. But I really be bored. That's why I be up here. But I like this game more so because it's something I can just pick up. I didn't say that like last stream. It's something I can easily pick up, little to any problems, and it seems like something that's just manageable. Now I'm still thinking about 2K what they did today, and I'm like, 2K don't got the same pool. Middle school and high school and stuff like that. 2K is a big deal. But now it's just something like older, this, that, and stuff. 2K has no purpose. Like I gotta have it. I don't have to have 2K. I know they just released some of the stuff, like they in Japanese. They did a thing with Reed Hachimura where they just showed like I don't know a snippet of gameplay, him dribbling or him driving to the cup. That was weak. That was weak. I'm not even worried about that. I can go to Coral. Yeah, let me go to Coral. I know a lot of stuff people say today is a great day to make money. More or less. I know it's a pandemic, money and stuff is hard to find, and jobs and stuff like that is seriously looking for anybody. Anybody who's able to work, they'll call people. People ain't worked in years. What comes, they call and try to get these people back. That meant something. And then people quitting jobs. I mean, you don't owe a job anything. So, I mean, as long as you stack your money, this, that, and the third, I feel like you're good for the most part. I think more or less a lot of stuff in a way it's not gonna. It's not going to necessarily exist in like long term. Like if I think about how can I say it? Mom and pop stores, like that sell sandwiches, this that, and the third. People been going there for 30, 40 years. These people are getting old. Family and stuff don't want to take care of like sons who already dealt with. They know the ins and outs of business, this that, and the third. They don't want to deal with that. It becomes like a burden in a sense. You want to keep it around, but ain't nobody like a new generation want to deal with it. How I think about like certain stuff, in my opinion, I just be thinking about like long term, not short term. Like for instance, people say this game is dead. I would agree to disagree with that one because even this game only has like what 500,000 people. They're still making a decent amount of money on microtransactions. And even with that, they're probably sending the data and stuff like that. Epic Games is good as a company in terms of how they, what type of technology and stuff they got. They got the 3D, real-time face technology, like face scan and stuff like that. They're a catalyst in that. So they acquired somebody. They basically put them out of business. And I don't even live that far away from Epic Games. So that's cool. I passed by the other day, so I feel like that's cool. Like the actual headquarters. It's not necessarily a big spot, it just has Epic Games, like it's a blue building. Fortnite. like, I want this semester to be over. Like, I don't even, to be honest, I don't really want to go to school. Like, after this, I think I'm done. Like, for good, school, capiche, I'm done. Hopefully, my investments and stuff pay off. If they do, great. I hope they do. And I doubt my money. But, yeah, at the first order of business, take care of everything, take care of taxes, build a house, or buy a house, rather. But I'd rather build a house. Deal with that, deal with the plumbing, deal with the electrical, stuff like that. Get TV and stuff like that. And try to donate some money, in a sense. And try to do some good, be an anonymous donor. Stuff like that. Stuff that people need, like food and like clothing and shoes and stuff like that. I don't want my name or nothing on it. Just do it. Like, I don't understand if you're gonna, like, somebody's gonna donate something on like all the YouTube videos, like give someone an amount of money. Like, don't do that for the camera. I know, like, I'm still thinking about that time that couple and stuff like that raised the money for, and everybody's hands was dirty in that. The homeless man, I believe, he got mad that, but the family or the couple, they took the money that people raised to GoFundMe and they used that to go on vacations. It happened like 2019. Well, it was a long time ago, but that one right there, that was crazy. And a man sued them for the money. He didn't get anything because they spun it on cars. Like, cars, nah. To me, I'll get something that's a vehicle. Like, I get something that you, like, I might get, like, if I had a choice, I'll give me an SUV. I'll give me an SUV, like a truck. Something I could drive. Not no Ram Power Wagon. I just give me like a Chevy Suburban or something like that. A Chevy Tahoe or something like that. That'd be one of my cars. Something big body, protect the driver. Because all these little cars, like Lamborghini is cool. I was just in LA. I done seen Ferraris. I done seen Rolls Royce race. I done seen all of it. Them cars are compact and small. They make a lot of noise. They can go to 0 to 60 in a second. But a Lambo, if people become millionaires and stuff like that, left and right, I don't think there'll be a lot of more Lambos, if we're being completely honest. Like, you gotta think about that. There's created stuff like that. People are millionaires off crypto, off of one coin and stuff like that. It's not gonna be that many Lambos. Me personally, I don't want a Lambo. I want me to build a house, have everything I need inside of a remote location. This, that, and third, like a gym, a movie theater, nice bathroom, just stuff like that. Take care of that. Take care of my family, this, that, and the third. And then just make a will, definitely make a will, this, that, and the third, laying out this, that, and the third. I might play a little bit of State of the World after this, and I'm gonna get off. But yeah, I know the biggest thing. I would definitely try to get a vehicle that's flashy. Instead, I just give me a regular car, like a Chevy, Lexus, or something like that. Not too crazy. Like I'll try to have a bowling alley, swimming pool, movie theater, or something like that. Indoor. I'm still thinking about like here where I live at. There's not places where you can get them type of cars like a Ferrari. There's not any of that. And I can say that in extreme confidence. Like you might have to get somebody like a transporter. Wow. Like you might have to get a transporter or somebody to put the load that into a truck and have it delivered. Let's see. So, my official thoughts, like, wow, he's in a game. It was. I'm gonna play Save the World. Well, I might just stay. But yeah, in more ways than one, I just think about this, that, and stuff. A lot of the stuff is transpired. What I mean by that is just like, you know, in terms of the virus, people losing their shirts, eviction moratorium, this, that, and the third. There's lots of stuff that goes in the place just by the virtue of trying to solve these issues. There's some other things I'm thinking about in terms of like money and finances. I don't know. I know people, like business people, are doing PPP loan scams and going and staying at luxury hotels. Luxury hotels, buying homes, buying cars, this, that, and the third. You going to federal prison. Corporations and people probably are doing that, this, that, and third, but their time will come. They're going to prison. It's not worth it. If you have certifications, all this type of licenses and stuff like that, you're losing all of that. Like the guy who hiked up the pharmaceutical prices and stuff like that, Martin Shkreli. I think what he did was criminal. Yes, I do believe what he did was criminal. But I listened to some of his points, how poor people wouldn't necessarily have to pay for it, but you artificially pumped the price and people lost big time, this, that, and the third. That's not a good thing. When people lose money, this, that, and the third, and they have definitely had some issues in terms of like trying to pay for this, that, and the third. I don't see how you can come back from that. He took a stock that was worth a few cents and in turn jacked up the price, but a lot of stocks and stuff like that, you gotta understand, hiked up while he left. Yeah, I understand a lot of stocks and stuff are hyped up for purposes to make, I don't know, to make a company overvalued, and that's criminal. So he was doing one well left. Wow. I'm still thinking about the stuff people are doing. Like people are buying up nodes, stuff like that to do this, that, and the third. Like to mine Bitcoin or Ethereum. I think that stuff is profitable, but then again, that's a fire hazard. You gotta understand that all that stuff, you're connecting computers, overheating, server rooms, rack rooms, all this stuff, and Texas is a favorable spot. I don't think that Texas is a favorable spot whenever they got energy issues and stuff like their power grid. It could basically one bad thing and it could be without power for years. And how potentially dangerous that is. Yeah. And then people have a monopoly over the energy stuff like that. People froze to death months ago. Kids and adults, stuff like that, froze to death. So I just think to each his own, man, to each his own. Some stuff is a oligarchy, whatever you said. It's where they only have like these section, they're cornered off everything. Hopefully I said it correctly. Where it's like, at one point, AT&T owned every phone there is. Like you couldn't buy or have a phone. It was like the 1980s. They had every phone. That's what they called like Bell South. They still have Bell South. They have Pacific Bell. They have Bell South. They have all this stuff, but they don't really prefer to be called Bell South. So I know a few things about like certain stuff. I don't know the ins and outs, but I know at least like part of the history. Sprint had to lock on payphones. Sprint used to be a major. They didn't even used to be a phone provider. They just used to do payphones. They made their money charging people out the wazoo for specific minutes. So they weren't necessarily good. Sprint don't even exist anymore. They consolidated T-Mobile. And I think that's a horrible move financially because Sprint was in a whole lot of debt. I I know a whole lot of people, they try to take up a side hustle, something that they could do, in the pandemic, try to make money. Um, I can't really tell you how to make money. I really can't. In a sense, work a job, this, that, and the third. Is investing a good way to make money? Yes and no. Stuff is volatile. Then you gotta know what's good for you and what works. At what point would you take your money and run? Me personally, I got my goals and stuff like that, but I think I'm a long term. I'm really diamond hands. Stuff I own. I'm still thinking about this class, or my business calc class. I take a test in like 2 weeks, and I'm not even sure what we're going to be doing. But I just hope September, October, November, December. That's 4 months, man. That's 4 months. And in my opinion, that's a huge deal, like 4 months. Because you may never really get that, in a sense. Wow. I hope you guys enjoy the stream, bro. I'm out. I can't.